Alright, welcome back to Cosmic Reach. This video is going to be on a custom map that I built recently. Right now I'm in version 0.1.11 because I'm just testing the game on earlier versions to see if I can pinpoint a certain crash that's been happening for me. But you can play this map on any version of the game. It's specifically built to last the test of time and not be broken by different game versions. So this map is called Soup's Snowy Sprinter, and it's all about sprinting in one direction, and then at the end of the bridge, of this top bridge, you fall off onto the second bridge, and then you sprint back in the opposite direction, and you end at those 3 grass blocks right there. And you start at these 3 grass blocks right here. And these stairs here are just providing a convenient way to loop back to the beginning if you want to do it a second time, instead of having to use F4 to fly. And there are 3 different difficulty modes for this map. The normal difficulty is going to be with a lot of ambient lighting, so any skylighting that allows you to see all the blocks. The medium difficulty is on Dark Night. If you want to have somewhat of a challenge, go to Dark Night mode. And as you can see, some of the blocks are less lit up. The bottom bridge is much less lit up. And the hardest difficulty is going to be on Pitch Dark. So if you look at the bottom bridge in particular, you can see that especially underneath the blue and purple lighting, it becomes very difficult to see what's in front of you. So you're going to have to probably repeat those sections a few times to learn where the blocks are. And how this works is like I said, you start on the first 3 grass blocks and then you just start sprinting. And so here we go. All you have to do is avoid the construction blocks that are in front of you and just keep sprinting. You can time yourself if you like and see how fast you can go, but for most of the people who finish the map completely, their times are probably going to be about the same as long as they keep sprinting, because your momentum forward doesn't change if you strafe left or right. So this map isn't really much about timing as much as it is just not hitting the blocks like I just did there. So we're on blue lighting right now on the hardest difficulty, so you can see there are construction blocks right in front of me. It just kind of looks like a shadow, so I couldn't see them at first and I ran into it. If you run into a block, you can try starting over if you want to try to complete the whole thing in one run. Or you can just count that as a tick to the mistake counter, I guess, and you can go around it and continue going. And so I'm actually going to change this to something easier so you can see. Right here we have 3 blocks on the eye level, and in order to get around this, you could crawl, but that's going to slow you down if you're trying to keep your time. So the intended purpose, the intended way to get around these blocks is to jump around like that. So jump over this gap and try to get around them. And the difficulty there is that if you don't jump properly, you can easily fall. And if you fall all the way down to the moon's surface, then you have to restart. And if you fall onto the second bridge, you should also restart, because you can't go to the second bridge until you reach the end of the first bridge. So starting from here, we're going to keep going. You can see there's only a few different patterns of construction blocks. So once you start to learn the different movement patterns, it'll get easier and easier. And then right here at the end, you jump down, and this is probably the most difficult part of the map. You jump down, and then there's a 3-block barrier here at the eye level, so you have to immediately jump around that. And you can see that the bottom one is going to be naturally a little bit harder because you have the support pillars in your way that you have to worry about, in addition to the construction blocks. And final jump, and once we hit this grass block, you can end your timer if you choose to time your run. So it's not a terribly difficult map. It doesn't take too long to do, but it's kind of fun. It's going to be more fun if you play it on the harder difficulties. So if you want a medium difficulty, go to Dark Night, and if you want the hardest difficulty, go to Pitch Dark. And that bottom bridge, you will not succeed on your first time. I guarantee you that. This map is available on the Cosmic Reach Discord server. If you look in the Worlds channel, I'll post it there, along with some rules and guidance. And that's it. Thank you for watching.